Hello everyone, welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget is fear versus reality. Now, there are times when situations look worse than it is, and there are times when we downplay the brevity of a situation. Now, in this nugget, I want to focus on the fact that we can look at something, and because of how we look at it, our perception makes it look more horrible than it actually is. And because our view of it is so disturbing, we do not push beyond the fear to get it done. And know that there are natural things that we're afraid of. For example, if I am walking through the Serengeti and I see a lion approaches me, the first thing that would come to mind is that this thing is going to eat me. There is no part of me that is going to tell me that its stomach might be full already. It just might be inquisitive and wants to see who is this black guy walking by. There is nothing that will tell me that it's not going to eat me. Why? Because over the years I have developed a fear that, based on what I have seen, based on what I have watched, based not my own experience, that once you see a lion, you should cower in fear. Or if I'm swimming in a pond and I see two eyes above the pond, the water surface coming towards me, there is nothing that it is telling me that it's not an alligator or a crocodile or some other animal swimming towards me to eat me. So there are things that we already have a precursor to in our mind that this is how it's going to work. And this is one of those things that also affect us when moving towards our dream. We are afraid of approaching persons because we think that if I approach them, this is how they're going to treat me. This is what is going to happen. And so we have this natural fear instead of moving towards what we are supposed to move towards. But here I am saying to you, there is a reality. And the reality is it might not play out as we thought that it would, or it will not happen as we think that it should. Now, do not let your fear, right, over extenuate the situation where it paralyzes you and causes you not to move. Fear is a natural response to an uncertainty. It is a natural response towards something that we think, okay, could be dangerous to us or detrimental to our well-being, to our safety, and we respond to it accordingly. But when we internalize it and cause it to become something that it is not, what it does is push us out of our reality into something that is unreal. And that's why one of the definitions for fear that I have heard, that I keep telling myself whenever I have something that I need to do that I am a bit hesitant of doing, is that fear is an unknown fact that presents itself to be a fact. It is not a fact. It is not a reality. It is just something unknown. It is just something, and as soon as we become more familiar with it, as soon as it becomes more known to us, we realize that we have nothing to fear. So I want to say to you in this nugget, don't let your fear set you back. There is a reality, and the reality is, as long as you can learn how to do the thing well, as long as you can dedicate your time to get to know it properly and to work out the kinks in it, you will see that there is nothing to fear. For me, there was a time when I was afraid of doing maths, and that's just because I did not know the principles. That it's just because I didn't know that there are certain basic principles. For example, once the thing goes over the equal sign, it's either going to change to negative or positive. Once it goes under the equal sign, it's going to either become a multiply or a division. And those basic little things that I didn't know, I didn't know that once you square a number, right, it is going to make the number little less. I always wonder what should happen when you square the number, or it is going to basically divide the number into a particular amount of numbers, right? So you square it, the square root of 4 is going to be what? 2, because it's like a division. So it was weird for me to understand. But over the years of practicing maths and doing what I need to do, I realized that the reality is I have nothing to fear. And so what do we do to overcome our fear? We do what we are supposed to. We dedicate our time to doing what we're supposed to do. We take the time to learn. We take the time to put in the effort so that when we see this thing swimming towards us in the water, because we are knowledgeable of the water that we're in, right? Our first response is not going to be, oh, it's a alligator. No, it's your backyard pool. How did the alligator get in it? Did you hear anything splash while you were in it? That is how you should think. When you see the lion walking across towards you in the Serengeti, ask yourself, am I already in a cage? Am I already in something that will prevent me from being pounced upon by the lion? In other words, to overcome fear and to cause reality to overcome fear is the preparation that you put behind it. If you have been preparing yourself, if you have been taking the time out to do the necessary work, you shouldn't have anything to fear. Somebody else put it this way: the only thing to fear is fear itself. And that is because once we start to do what we are supposed to do and do it in a consistent manner, fear gets less. All right? So don't let the fear of what is happening. Now, all right, let me stray just a bit. I know that the coronavirus is going around, and I know that persons are required to have social distance, wear masks, wash your hands, and all of that. But watch that. That is the preparation. That is what we do, the background things that we do that will cause us not to operate in fear. And just like how we do the background things, those little things, wash your hand, wear the mask, carry out the social distances. When you get home, don't just go jump in your sofa, or don't just go walk straight into the kitchen. Take off your clothes, go into the shower, do certain little things. Those are the background things that we do to overcome the fear of catching it. And it is the same thing that we do when it comes on to our objective, our goals, our dreams. We do the little things that will cause us to give us the leg up. If you know you have been reading the material, if you know you have been studying the part, if you know you have been going the extra mile to do what needs to be done, then there is no fear. This is JAW saying to you, with all means, create a way out. Bye. Bless you.